consultant, and the other part of my time will be dedicated to Fun Function. So Fun Function is now officially my part-time job instead of something that I cram in on the weekends. I am MPJ, and you are watching the Patreon video for Fun Function. So, today, here it comes, I'm asking you if you want to become a patron of Fun Function. As a patron, you chip in a few bucks every month, whatever amount that you feel is appropriate, and I will use your money to keep the show free for everyone and make the show better. And as a patron, you also get some rewards! Most importantly, the newly opened Fun Forum. That is a summary of everything that I'm going to say in this video. So if that is all you need to hear, you can go to patreon.com/funfunfunction and become a patron right now. That link is also in the video description. Who am I? Who is this person that you are giving your hard-earned money to? Well, I have been a full-time developer for over 13 years. I've worked for many companies, but the brands that you might recognize are Spotify, Absolute Vodka, and BlackBerry. My primary language is JavaScript, but I've coded in a lot of languages during the years, such as Smalltalk in Danish. That was not a good year in my life. My glorious internet fame was built on Quora, where I discovered that I really liked answering questions and explaining things about programming, so I ended up writing over 1,000 answers there. My schooling is actually not software, it's theater and TV production. Done a lot of programming, done a lot of writing and explaining programming, and I've done a lot of acting and video production. And when you combine those things together, you get a programming show. Which leads us to, what is Fun Function? I mean, I know you watch the show, but what is the show really about, and why is it worth your patronage? I cannot really tell you why it's important to you, but I can tell you why I started Fun Function and why I've kept doing it almost every weekend for 2 years. I started Fun Function because I wanted there to be a show about programming. Not a database of tutorials and online courses. I wanted it to be a show, a regularly scheduled show with a different topic every week, with an entertaining host who explains things well, all with the purpose of keeping you excited and curious about the craft. And it seems like a lot of people agreed with me that there should be such a show, because I've received so much appreciation since starting this show. It's been so successful, and I've genuinely never received this much appreciation for anything that I've ever done in my life. Over the years, you, the audience, have made it abundantly clear that this thing is what I am supposed to do. So Fun Function has just grown and grown and grown during the years, but at the same time, it has also worn on me a lot to do this every single weekend for 2 years. So I was in this situation where, okay, this is very successful, but it's also making me burn out. So I kind of need to, either I stop doing this show and kill it, or I commit to doing it for real. And it was then I decided that Spotify was the thing that needed to go. Spotify is definitely the dream employer as a programmer. It's an amazing place, both from a benefits and career and just nice workplace environment to be in. But this show is a way for me to maximize the impact that I can do on the world with my skill set. So I need to make Fun Function my job. I need to make a business out of this, and this is where Patreon comes in. When you become a patron, you help keep the show free for everyone. Because most programming content and people that produce programming videos as a business keep their stuff behind paywalls. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it's not what I want to do with Fun Function. I want the show to have as widespread as impact as possible, and to do that, it needs to be free. Okay, fine, MPJ. But why Patreon? Why not ads? Why not fund the production with ads? Well, the advertising model is problematic because it forces the creator into this race for views. Creators that win this race, they do so by making lots of content. Lots. And to do that, they do stuff with low production cost. Often daily content, often news, it's often clickbaity, and most importantly, as mainstream as possible. All of this is how you optimize for making money using the advertising model, by gaining views. And all of this is the opposite of where I want Function to go. The Patreon or membership business model is so much more healthy than the advertising model. Because it is you, the patrons, that directly fund the show, it is only you and what you think that I need to care about. Views and likes and algorithms and advertisers and making them feel happy, we can just... The business model becomes both simple and healthy. Keep patrons happy. Speaking of making members happy, rewards! Okay, so again, the show stays free, but you, as a patron, you get some extra rewards as thanks for your support. There's a bunch of stuff, there's live streams, there is ad-free and audio downloads, there is me sending you real regular mail. You can check out the exact rewards on patreon.com/funfunfunction. But there is one reward that I am more excited about than any of the other rewards, and that is also the reward that all patrons get. And that is Fun Forum. My goal for the forum is to create a friendly, familiar, and fun place to have structured discussions with me and other programmers. And the reason why I'm excited about this and why I think this can work is because whenever I show my comment field, my YouTube comment field, to other YouTubers, they just turn green with envy. Because you are it's not like you are 10 times, it's more like you are 100 times better than the average YouTube commenter. Because you're smart, you're polite, you're insightful, and you call me on my shit. But the YouTube comment system, how do I put this? As a technology, is buggy and primitive. Trying to have a structured discussion in the YouTube comment field, that is kind of like trying to poop out a rack-mounted server. You really deserve better. The Fun Forum is powered by Discourse, code highlighting, real-time updates, search, all the good stuff. The forum is going to be moderated by yours truly. I'm going to be very hands-on, and I'm really going to make an effort to try to nurture a fun and friendly environment, an environment where we can get to know one another and where we can welcome and educate new programmers. A place where we can have interesting discussions about code and work and life. I also hope that Fun Forum can be a place where we can discuss the show itself. I'm hoping that some of you, the ones who want, can act sort of like my executive producers, giving me feedback, ideas and inspiration, having a back and forth with you before ideas turn into episodes. As a patron, you help make the show better. Because the more patrons we have, the more money and time I can pour into the show. That means more production time and polish and just better quality, but I also hope that we can travel with the show and interview famous companies and famous programmers about the work. If we get really big, which I think we can, then we can start doing more elaborate shows with production teams. And if we get to that point, then I need to start discussing how we take Function to the next level. Do we want to create the Mythbusters of programming, or do we want to start a fun conference? I don't know, but I would like to find out with you. So if you want to support Function, get some cool rewards and a friendly and fun place to discuss with me and other programmers, then head over to patreon.com